Hey, this is Brenda Meller, and today I'm doing a LinkedIn profile mini audit for Jennifer Gdula, who is in career transition looking for a new job. Hey, Jennifer, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. Well, I'm delighted to have you. And I have to say, as we were getting started, I always try to make sure I'm knowing how to say the name of my guest. And you might have what some people could say is a tricky last name to pronounce and might be frequently mispronounced. Is that fair to say?
Quite often, yes.
Now, the good thing is that you did enable the name pronunciation on your profile. And I want to just point this out to folks that might be watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening to this on the podcast later, you can go to her profile. But next to Jennifer's name on her LinkedIn profile, there's a little speaker icon that has been enabled because Jennifer has done the sound recording. And I'm going to play this right now for all of you to listen to. I'm going to click on the speaker and then click on the speaker again. Jennifer Gdula. There you go. So now I hear her pronunciation, which was really helpful for me because I always want to be doing a good job of pronouncing my guest names correctly. And for you as a potential candidate, could help a hiring manager with that. So as I give you some feedback today, Jennifer, I want to first ask the question, what is your targeted job title and your targeted geographic area?
My targeted job title is in the customer success arena, associate, manager, specialist. Um, and I'm sorry, what was the second part?
Targeted geographic area.
Oh, preferably remote. I'm in the Northwest burbs outside Chicago, so it's a little bit tricky. So preferably remote.
Okay, very good. And I'm going to give you some feedback. I just heard this on a conversation recently. And I used the word just as I was explaining my explanation, which is ironic because they said don't use the word just or don't downplay those things. Say I'm actually right outside the Chicago suburbs. So instead
Okay.
of saying I'm in a remote location that's outside of Chicago, I'm actually right outside of Chicago where it's framing it in the positive as opposed to in the it could be a challenge or whatnot. So, customer success manager, did I hear you say? Did I capture that correctly?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Associate, specialist, any of
Okay.
those.
Good. So, first thing I would recommend to you is as we think about targeted job title, if you're a job seeker looking for a new position, it's really important to think about using that job title on your headline field, someplace in your headline field, because as hiring managers and recruiters are searching for and looking up profiles, the headline field is one of those fields that's really weighted heavily inside of search. So right now, Jennifer's headline reads Customer Focused, Experience Rich Manager. Love that, by the way, with a love of operational excellence. Very good, by the way. A bit type A in a good way, collaborative and curious, never coffee drinker who gets it done. You had me until we were at coffee, Jennifer. I'm a coffee drinker. But all kidding
Full
aside,
transparency.
yeah, it's all good. Some people are tea drinkers and some people are water. It's all good. I'm a coffee gal. But I love that you've got some personality inside the headline. So I'm going to give you first recommendation is to make sure that you're adding in at least one of your targeted job titles someplace in your headline, keeping in mind that that's going to help you to come up in more relevant searches by recruiters or hiring managers for that particular position. So while you have some keywords, customer, collaborative, operational, those are important, but also they're going to be searching for customer success manager, customer specialist. So try to incorporate at least one or two of those job titles in that headline field.
Okay.
Related to headline, and since we're here, I'll give you another tip, which is to use headline case. And what that means is capitalize all of the important words in your headline. So right now you have the C in customer capitalized. I would also capitalize the F in focus, the E in experience, the R in rich. Basically all words that are, nouns or sometimes adjectives. I wouldn't capitalize with, a, in, and like those less important words. By
Okay.
using the first capitalized letters or the headline case, it helps those to pop a little bit more. So that way, if you're coming up in search results or as you're posting, as you're replying or commenting, your headline pops a little bit better. What do you think about that?
Great point. I love all that. That's something I wouldn't really think about.
Good. Well, hopefully that helps and it might pop you up a little bit more. And as you come into those search results, I always like to think about my goal for you is to get people to click on your headline to go to your
Yeah.
profile where they can learn more about you. So that could help to differentiate you a bit in there. Now, I do notice on your profile, Jennifer, that you've got the green open to work on your photo. And I always tell people's personal preference, open to work, or, whether it's on or shown only to recruiters only. One other question I have is on your profile, I know that you have creator mode enabled because it says talks about job seeking, growth mindset, positive mindset, teacher transition, and relationship building. Since you have creator mode enabled, are you aware that your default button is now follow instead of connect?
No.
Okay. So when the average person is visiting your profile, a second level person visiting your profile for the first time, they're not going to see the connect button underneath. They're going to see follow instead. Now, it's perfectly fine to have that on your profile, but what I like to do is just remind people that if that's the case, you might have people that are open to connecting with you, potentially even for job opportunities, but they can't figure out a way to do so. So they might be clicking on the follow button. And I'm going to bring my profile in on the screen right now to show you this very next technique, which is if I were you, Jennifer, I would look at your followers at least once a week, maybe even a few times a week. And you can do that simply by hovering over your follower count. Now, in my version of your profile, I can't do that. So that's why I'm illustrating on my profile. When I'm in my profile and I click on the number of followers, it will take me to a page where I can see who are the people that are following me. And as you scroll down this list, you might see some people, like on my profile, Nick, for example, here on screen, it says following off to the right-hand side. Typically, that is because we are connected. One of
Mhm.
us initiated an invitation to connect, and the other one accepted. And when you're connected with a person, you're automatically following by default. The other people that say follow next to them, these are likely people who visited my profile, couldn't find connect, so they clicked on follow, and they don't know that there's a way to connect. So if I were you, I would look through those people. If there are potential individuals who are following you, who might be a good fit to support your job search, that could be recruiters, hiring managers. It could also be people located in your targeted industry or in your targeted geography. Then what I would do if I were you is visit their profile and consider inviting them to connect. Now, if you happen to find a profile like Perul, who I just clicked on and it says follow back,
Back.
if you want to connect with those individuals, you have to go to the more button. And underneath that, click on connect, and then you'll get the option to invite them to connect. Any questions
Okay.
about that?
Well, just a quick one. If they can't connect, how do you get your connect button to come back up?
So you would have to turn off creator
Creator
mode.
mode? Okay.
So I usually don't say you should definitely turn off creator mode. The benefit of having creator mode turned on, you do get the hashtags at the top of your profile. You also get the ability to access creator tools, things like LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn Audio, things like that. Creator mode was really designed for people who are heavier content creators on the platform.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
LinkedIn figured we'll make the button follow instead of connect so they can grow their followers faster. It does create a little bit of a hurdle for people. So if you do want to move that back to connect, then you'd have to go into your creator mode settings and turn that off.
Return.
Does that help you?
Okay. Yes, that's great.
Okay, wonderful. And I'm just going to do a quick scroll down. Actually, one more thing, as we're at the top of your profile, I see you've got this beautiful yellow banner in the background. It looks like a desktop with a laptop, and you've got your name, and then underneath that it says relationship builder, customer focused. What I would do, Jennifer, is if I were you, is use this space strategically to try to reach people who might be hiring for you and be more specific about what you're looking for or what you offer to the company. So relationship builder and customer focused are good, but what if it were to say instead of your name in the signature font, what if it were to say your next customer experience manager? And then underneath it, it says relationship builder, customer focused. I might go, oh, that's kind of clever, right? And
Yeah.
it also helps me to understand, and I'm snapping my fingers as I'm saying this, like without a doubt, what is Jennifer looking for? What is her targeted job title? And if I'm hiring for that position, that's going to catch my eye. What do you think about that?
I love that.
Okay, awesome. I
I
think we're
never
going to
know
wrap
what
this
to
up.
put in that. Sorry, I never know what to put in that banner. Right?
Yeah, no, it's tricky. And I usually tell people like once I give you advice, it's like you can't unsee what I just said. You're like, oh, that's
Yes.
great.
Yep.
And even if you have a great looking banner, I still recommend to people change it out at least once a year. If you're in career transition, it might be like change out your header image or that banner once per quarter because you do have people that are frequently coming back to your profile and you can reach them with a new message if they come back again.
Gotcha.
All right, awesome. So we'll wrap this up for today. Again, this is a mini audit for Jennifer Gdula, who is in career transition, looking for a new position. And hopefully, Jennifer, these tips will be helpful for you to help you to land your new job. And I'm going to direct folks, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link below to go to Jennifer's profile. Or if you're listening to this on the podcast, go to linkedin.com/in/Jennifer Gdula. That's JENNIFER. Gdula. Thank you again, Jennifer, for joining me today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.